Stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Gibraltar. I love seeing you in red and white. And in particular, I love to see you in red and white at Casement on the 10th of September every year. This is the home of National Day. We returned to Casement 4 years ago, and whilst I have anything to do with it, National Day will never ever be diminished again. It will only get bigger, and nobody will call our National Day a civic event ever again. And no one will ever deprive this moment of its huge international political significance. Because today is not just about a party, although we will party too. Today is not just about a celebration, although we will celebrate too. Today is the day when we celebrate our national identity. Today is the day that we celebrate and assert our right to self-determination. And we do it on the 10th of September because we celebrate the anniversary of the first time we did that on the 10th of September 1967. Reminding the whole world, that we, the Gibraltarians, are the only masters of the destiny of the Rock of Gibraltar. And in doing so, let us remember all those whose hearts are here with us today, but who cannot be with us here today. There are people in hospital here and in hospitals in London and elsewhere. There are people watching us in Gibraltar House in London and elsewhere. There are people watching us at Mount Alvernia, at the John McWing, and at home because they cannot be here today. All of you are in our hearts. As are all of you who were evacuated from Gibraltar during the Second World War. Our evacuation generation. It's 75 years since they left the Rock. And it was one of them, one of the evacuation generation, who was then to go on to start National Day. Joe Bossano, one of the evacuation generation, however young he looked. And so, to the members of the evacuation generation, represented on the stage by Mr. Bossano, on behalf of the government of Gibraltar, to you, the founders of modern Gibraltar, to your sacrifice and to your fight, I dedicate Gibraltar National Day 2015. Because you are the ones who clawed your way back home to the rock, who no one could keep away. And you are the ones who laid the foundations for the Gibraltar that we have today. And as we see, frankly, frightening and terrible images of refugees today suffering as they arrive on the shores of Europe, let us remember that our people were refugees one day too during the Second World War. And let us see ourselves, and our own people's journeys in the 1940s in the journeys that so many are having to embark on today. We remember that our evacuees had to leave families and loved ones behind to survive. And that is why we feel such solidarity with today's refugees as well, and why as a charitable people, we will do what we can in our own small way to help too. But you know that sharing is caring. And I want the evacuation generation to share the dedication of National Day 2015 with one other person. With a person who was with many of you under the bombs of the Blitz in London. With a person who means so much to our nation. To our own Queen. To the Queen of Gibraltar, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. As you know, in the last 24 hours, she's become the record-breaking, longest-serving British monarch. And how could we forget with that fantastic banner over there? But we, the people of Gibraltar, are perhaps the only ones in her reign who have chosen to remain British on 2 occasions. And on both times, in 1967 and 2002, she was the Queen. So we've chosen her. She's not been imposed on us. We've chosen her twice. Not once, but twice. So we can proudly say that she's our Queen by invitation and not imposition. And I have with me today to share with you a letter from Buckingham Palace responding to a letter of congratulations sent by Gibraltar in which Her Majesty the Queen wishes us best wishes. On our National Day. But I don't think the Queen can really understand from the letter of congratulations that we sent how admired she is by all of us in Gibraltar. I just don't think that you can feel the love from a letter. So today, in jointly dedicating National Day to the evacuation generation and to Her Majesty the Queen, I want us to send her our congratulations together. I want you to, with me, shout congratulations to Elizabeth, Queen of Gibraltar, all of us together on the count of 3 so they can hear us in London. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Elizabeth, Queen of Gibraltar! I think now she can feel the love. And as Andrew said, if she ever was allowed to come to Gibraltar, she would be more welcome here than she has been anywhere else in the world. Especially today. The day that my son says is the day that Daddy goes on the stage and says, Gibraltar. Okay? Well, you know what? That's what matters the most. Our children and Gibraltar. Every day of the year is about Gibraltar. Gibraltar, Gibraltar. Red, white and blue. Red, white and proud. Red, white and free. And you look fantastic in red and white.